Hello, adventurers! Many of you have left us comments in the past weeks because you were deeply moved and saddened by the derelict state of the Greek royal palace of Tatoi, located on the outskirts of Athens. Therefore, we have decided to return to the old royal estate to see the progress of the restoration works, and we have to admit that we have been surprised more than once. In addition to visiting the palace, we are also going to visit the farm, the pantheon of the kings of Greece, and also see some other curiosities. This is Aventuras a pie de página, and I am Esteban, your guide today. Upon arriving at the estate, we could see heavy machinery and the construction of new drainage systems for rainwater. And we realized in this opportunity, the works were serious, not as in previous occasions. Our first big surprise was the new appearance of the palace gardens. The gardens were completely unrecognizable, especially if compared with the images from 2023 when it was burned by the fires. We could see the palace in the background, and it looked the same as in the pictures from the 1950s. Unfortunately, the garden was closed to the public, therefore we had to take a big detour to reach the palace front door. The palace looks very, very good finally. On several occasions, the Greek government had announced the restoration works, and during which no progress could be seen. Indeed, one can still see the signs on the estate announcing the budget allocations for the different works. The majority of the buildings in the area, including the kitchen, the telecommunications office, the gardener's house, and the guard's residence, had also been restored. The only building of the area still in a state of abandonment is the staff house, which we are going to explore in a separate video, and which, due to a complete lack of progress, we doubt it will be restored. Regarding the rest of the estate, the progress of the restoration is much slower, where only 3 buildings have been restored, which are the old stables, the dairy facilities, and the butirocomio or butter production facilities. It is worth remembering that this estate had an experimental character, and it was the place where different techniques brought from abroad were first tested. The rest of the buildings looked in a state of disrepair, as we remembered them. Again, we also saw many new works to channel rainwater. Regarding the Pantheon of the Kings, it is the only area that we have found exactly as it was 2 years ago, without any improvements in terms of access or landscaping. The weather wasn't great that day, but it allowed us to take some interesting shots. The only changes we've seen is the incorporation of 2 new tombs. The tomb of Prince Michael, deceased in 2024. And the tomb of the Princess Irene, deceased in January of 2026, buried next to her brother Constantine and her parents. Another surprise as part of the restoration works was the discovery of ancient remains such as a section of stone-paved road, including the 2 curbs near the palace gardens, and a section of wall with large irregular masonry blocks near the old hotel. We do not know if any attempt to preserve these remains will be made. Regarding if it will open to the public in 2026, as it has been announced recently, we doubt that the works will be finished this year. Although a lot of progress has been made in the palace-related area, the rest of the estate still needs much work and maintenance. If you enjoy urban exploration, we will soon publish a video of the house of the staff who attended the Tatoi Palace, which still remains in ruins and without any restoration. Furthermore, we invite you to see our first video of Tatoi, if you haven't seen it yet, where we showed the palace and the estate in ruins. Thanks for watching and see you in the next adventure.